Hello, thanks for visiting Great Beginnings. I'm Nancy. And today I want to go over the mission statement for Great Beginnings. I want to kind of let you know, introduce you to what it's all about. I don't have any subscribers on this YouTube channel. And the reason being is because I have never input all of the descriptions. You have to do, it's like 1 to 2 paragraphs. I need to go back and put all my references, my websites, my other YouTube channels, my Instagram pages, my Facebook pages, all of that stuff. I need to put it in there. And when I get a downtime, I'll do it. But I don't want to stop, uploading and building my page, because I do plan on growing it down the road. I think our world, our planet, our nation, we just need to raise the vibration. We need to help one another. We need to reach out and touch lives. And, there's a lot of people that need healing. There's a lot of people that have been through what I've been through. So I have a very compassionate heart towards, wanting to help. I have a servant heart that wants to help others. So that's what Great Beginnings is all about. When I went through my divorce, and I was never alone because I'm a woman of faith, but there are a lot of people that might feel that they are alone. They have no one to turn to, or they have no one to, help them along their journeys. But Great Beginnings is about learning to build self-confidence. Once you've gone through a difficult time, you want to pick yourself back up and you want to move forward. You want to be strong. Well, being strong, part of that comes from rebuilding your life, rebuilding your self-confidence, your self-esteem. And we do that through fitness out in nature. Going for walks in a park does wonders for your self-esteem and for your health, for your motivation, for your vibrancy, for your life. It certainly is a wonderful first step, and I highly recommend it. Another part of our mission is to nurture, to heal, to love yourself, to self-nurture through taking care of yourself. Give yourself those lavender salt bath treatments. Let Calgon take you away. Have your nails done. Go get your hair done. Exercise out in nature. If you want to do a workout, aerobics or dancing, movement is really good. But recover. It's important to take care of your bodies and your soul and your mind. It's important to spend quiet time alone in meditation and thoughtful prayer, in reflecting, and being joined with your higher self to see things from a broader perspective, to put all things that you've gone through into proper perspective so that you can gain clarity and move forward. And forgive yourself. Self-forgiveness is a huge, huge step towards healing and being aware. But certainly, it helps your attitude moving forward. And also part of the mission is to have fun, enjoy your life. It's a gift. It's short. It's over before you know it. There's not a moment to waste. I love, I spend a great deal of time at the beach, in the summer months, because I really enjoy my creativity, and I love, have a product that I serve up, and everybody loves it, and I love it too. It's a really fun thing, and there's nothing more wonderful than spending time at the beach, by the water, by the ocean, and it has been a great, great joy for me. But also my off time, I really enjoy my solitude. I love spending time alone. I love gardening. I love reading. I love spending time in my, working out here on my Pilates machine, doing my workouts here at home, spending time cooking. I love cooking and baking and all that. I just love it. I'm never lost for things to do. But one thing you want to do is, pull out that bucket list and dust it off and start, create a roadmap for yourself. Everything that you've always wanted to do and you've never done. Now that you have all this time for yourself, part of your self-nurturing and self-loving and, moving forward is creating a fun life for yourself. I have strategized. I've laid out an overall big plan of everything that I want in place, and I'm working on it. I spend time every day working on my plan. So, there isn't anything more wonderful than having a plan and working it through. It brings a lot of great joy and satisfaction, but it's time for you to spend time on the things that you enjoy doing. You feel motivated, strong, balanced, and free. That's all part of the mission statement from Great Beginnings. Our mission is also to be grateful for everything, for all things great and small, all the harsh lessons that we had to go through to learn, to bring us to where we are today. It's all a very valuable part of our amazing journey. So that is part of our mission statement too. appreciate what you've been through, appreciate the hard lessons you've learned through. You could come out of it one or two ways. You can come out of it bitter and angry and hateful and hurtful. Hurt people. You can come out of it that way, or you can come out of it thinking, you know what, I needed to go through that. There was a good reason. Consider all the reasons. Realize what you have learned and gained from the situation. And that is just the beginning. Realizing that your life is just starting out. You are now on the road to some wonderful adventures. And as I mentioned before, life is too short. So, you can pick and choose. It's a great big menu. You can create your own menu of the things you want to fill in it with things that you want to do in your life. So, yeah. And know your self-worth. That's another part. Be your authentic, true self. And part of working on yourself in Great Beginnings, part of the mission is to work on yourself to create the best version of yourself that you can offer and bring forward. Because this world, this planet, this earth that we live in, there are so many needs. There's such a great need for people that are balanced, for people that have wisdom, for people that have understanding, for people that have been there and done that have been through it, that have survived, because all of that makes you stronger and more resilient. It makes you wiser and more helpful, more useful. I don't care how old you are useful. People need you. If you have a voice, you have everything that you need to speak up, to move forward and to help others, to raise the vibration of the planet. It's all about unconditional love and forgiveness. Forgive yourself. You've got to learn to forgive yourself. That's part of the mission, part of the journey. Forgive yourself forever allowing people, maybe you were a people pleaser. Like I've always been empathic and kind of too nice. And, I've always, allowed people to kind of, when you're that way without boundaries, and I had to learn how to set boundaries. I have really high boundaries. I've got firm boundaries. They are in place and nobody makes me budge from those boundaries. And I have certain guidelines and certain rules and certain, I've got loads of self-respect for what I have been through. And that is something that you learn in Great Beginnings. And when you respect yourself and you value yourself, you esteem yourself very highly, you're not going to put up with anyone's bullshit. So you don't allow, you put a policy in place. And certainly there are those that don't cut the mustard with you and you just block them. You completely ignore them and avoid them. And they are blocked from your life forever. You have the guideline there, you have the boundary there, and nobody crosses that line, especially those that do not respect your boundary. They have no place in your life at all. So I have no problem cutting off people that no longer serve my purposes. And that's the fun part of Great Beginnings. That's what we get to do. And so, yes, we are victorious in our lives. We're victorious and we work on ourselves. It's a road that leads to victory. Victory over all those assholes that thought that they could abuse us, that thought that they could use us, and that we were gullible because they took our niceness for naivete. They've learned and now they go through it because karma's a bitch. We don't worry about that though. It is what it is, and I pray, because I love my enemies and I forgive them. I release their asses to the Most High God. So now they got to deal with him. And I also forgive them. Anybody who's ever wronged me, 7 ways to Saturday, any which way anyone has ever wronged me, I forgive them because they put me through something that catapulted me, made me so much stronger and more resilient, and just moved me to a place where I am so motivated and so high vibing and where I'm on fire for my things in my life. So yeah, cut their asses off and don't ever allow them in. I have a no contact policy with narcissists. Absolutely ignore and avoid. I would not even give them the time of day, period, point blank. And that's how it is. Yeah, but I release it to the Most High and he's in charge of everything. But yes, so know your self-worth, be your best version of yourself, be your true authentic self. Because when you build your self-confidence, your self-esteem, you don't have to You're not insecure. You're not insecure. You're confident as fuck. You're not insecure. The people that abused you and treated you badly, they're the insecure ones. The problem was with them all along, not with you. So don't ever forget that. But yes, you set healthy boundaries. You speak your truth and you live your dream. And dream big. Dream big. The sky's the limit. Dream big. Lay out your overall big picture, and I like to call it my roadmap, and my overall big plan, all the things that I love to do. I'm working on them now, and it feels great. I'm having fun. And I spend a great deal of time alone. And you know, nobody else needs to know your business. It's none of their fucking business. You let everybody continue to wonder what you're doing because it's none of their fucking business. You don't have to divulge. You don't need to explain yourself to anyone. It is what it is. You know, they've chosen a path that's negative, that's hateful, that's, you know, that they operate out of a place of jealousy and envy. Let them. It is what it is. Their journey is not yours. They have to relive cycles over and over and over again because they haven't learned any lessons, and they're low vibrating, and you've outgrown them. You are vibrating high, way high. They can't even reach your level. So yeah, just cut them off and let it be. Let bygones be bygones. Cut it off. Cut them off altogether. And but yes, our mission is also to be abundant and to be filled with, and overflowing and never lacking. So yes, that is part of our mission. So we're working on it. We work on it, and first comes the planning and the strategizing, and then how to get there. Break it down into steps that are doable, and every day take a little step. And I don't care how small it is, just take one. And that's what I do. And our mission is also to stop denying our needs for love and warmth and compassion and emotions. You know, we don't cut everybody off because somebody treated us badly. Fuck that. Cut off the ones that are not deserving to be in my presence. And also be very, very selective of who you allow in your energetic presence. Certainly those that have never respected you or never valued you and stabbed you in the back and did you wrong and sent evil spell work your way, worked to break up your marriage. They were doing spell work. In my personal experience, they did spell work on my family, on my sons. They did spell work on my husband. They were so fucking jealous and envious that I was happy that I had 2 beautiful children, that I was a stay-at-home mom. These people were haters, absolute haters, demons, demon-possessed, and narcissistic. Couldn't take no for an answer. They couldn't stand that I rejected their ass. So they came after me with a vengeance and got others to follow along. You know what? I'm victorious over all their fucking ass. I cut them all off, and may the Lord rebuke all their foul and wicked spirits and cast them down to the pit of hell. You know, there's a lot of people that behave very badly in life. They just don't know any better. That's why Jesus said, forgive them, for they know not what they do. It's so true. These people haven't got a clue. They don't know their ass from a hole in the wall. They just go on, repeating the same awful behavior. Hurt people. That's what I mean. They've never learned lessons. Their ego controls them. You don't want anything to do with people like that. Ew. One big giant ew. And so don't even allow them. You've outgrown them completely. And they have to repeat cycles after life cycles to learn the lessons, and they continually repeat the same damn stuff. And so they follow you in another life. But, you know, this is the last life, though. I'm victorious over all that. I have learned all of my lessons. Praise God. Thank you, Most High God, through Christ Jesus. I am so thankful, and I feel very victorious. I am stronger than all fuck. You know, all these people do with their witchcraft, their black magic, their voodoo, their hoodoo, their evil projections. I have people astrally projecting their evil shit, their bad karma onto me. Can you imagine? It's been one hell of a spiritual battle, but I am steadfast in the faith. I know who I am in Christ Jesus. No man can grasp me out of the hands of the living God. I'm stronger than anything, stronger than all of them altogether. I'm a demon slayer. And I cast their ass to the pit of hell where they belong. May they all, first of all, I pray that they get clarity and wisdom through all the harsh karmic lessons that they have to learn. That is one thing, because they have to go through it now. Karma's a bitch. It has nothing to do with me, mind you. Vengeance is the Lord's. He repays. And that's the nice thing. The beauty of it is that, you can release and let these people go and release them to the Most High because they got to deal with Him. And nobody gets away with anything. Say, I've always known that there's perfect justice. God sees all things perfectly. He sees everything. And He is the one that weighs the balances. He sees it. Nobody gets away with anything. Period, point blank. I'm good with that. The Lord has my back. I'm good. That's all I need to know. And I don't worry. I don't worry at all about any of that. So, yeah, totally victorious over, I beat shit down. And, but that's how it is, because these people truly, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. But see, the problem is that they don't believe in God. They worship their father, the devil. And that's what a lot of these people do. We're living in a day that's very prevalent, by the way. That is very prevalent. So I suggest when you are out there, meeting new people and you're on the dating scene, really get to know the people that you're sitting across. If you're having coffee at a Starbucks and you're sitting across someone, kind of feel them out. Feel out these people. Get them to try to elicit certain, answers and watch for red flags. Somebody, what they think about loyalty, for instance. If they give you an answer that, oh, they're loyal to all three of their wives and their hoes and their gay sex partner, red flag, next. That explains everything. That tells you a whole lot right there. So, and then you want to know about, their persuasion. Maybe you want to find out if there's a connection there, if you're on the same spiritual page as someone. So you ask them what their persuasion is, and they tell you that they attend weekly meetups with their coven, and they are really big in occultic dark practices, and they go to, they're part of good old boys, private, what do they call them, secret society, skull and bones, maybe they're married to a witch and they do all kinds of black magic and voodoo and hoodoo, and they hire practitioners, and they're into all that, so they're good with their spiritual beliefs. They're on the right path. No, they're not. Cut them off. Another red flag. That very thing, by the way, is very prevalent in our day. And to each their own. You want to practice that. That's your business, to each their own. That's not I'm very selective about who I have in my environment. I don't allow any blood-sucking vampire to suck my energy or to siphon my energy to give it off to his girlfriend. No, thank you. Been there, done that. You are blocked. Next. But if you're sitting across from someone at a Starbucks having coffee and you want to find out about their fighting styles, maybe you want to see if this person has a good temperament, or maybe if they get angry easily or whatever. And the very, mention of the word anger sets them off and they become explosive. That's another red flag. Because certainly there are truly those narcissistic type people that are know-it-all. They're very pompous, arrogant assholes. They're run by their ego. Their ego runs and rules them. And they've got to win at all costs. Everything is a fucking game to these people, okay? They have to win at all costs. And so they can't stand for somebody to be intelligent in and of their own right. And how dare you be more intelligent than me? How dare you have more wisdom than me? How dare you be a strong, independent, self-reliant woman who can take care of herself? How dare you? How dare you? And they're combative, they're argumentative, they love to fight, and they love to win, and they're competitive, and cut them off. Loser. That's a very big indicator right there. You do not want to be with a person like that. And so, but you're sitting across, in that Starbucks, and you're having coffee with someone, and you want to know what the last great, exciting experience was that they had. And if they're telling you that, well, their mom died last week, that's another one. The cold-hearted, insensitive person that didn't love their mother, that's a big one. That is a big one. Because I absolutely loved my mother, and I spent as much time with her as I possibly could. I really miss her, too. She succumbed to COVID a couple of years back, but You ask them what the favorite their favorite article of clothing is, and they tell you hats. Well, you know, hats are wonderful, right? I love wearing hats. I wear hats in the summer with the brim that keeps the sun out of my face, you know, and because I'm a big believer on protecting my skin as well. I wear skin care products with SPF 15 and whatnot. But if they tell you, you know, they are a collector of hats, and they have hundreds of hats because of all the ones that they've stolen from people to collect their hair for the purpose of collecting hair fibers to use in their graveyard spells, their binding spells. Oh my God, that is another red flag. Huge red flag. If your hat goes missing and somebody breaks into your car to steal your hairbrush or your hat, you know, big red flag. Yeah, ditch them. Drop them like a bad habit, really, you know, and run. Those people, you do not need to entertain them another moment. And there are energy vampires that look for fresh supply. Yeah. Be selective of who you have in your energetic space and do not give them the time of day. Cut them off completely and absolutely. Listen to a lot of wonderful classical music. Listen to a lot of singing bowls with rain. Listen to wonderful fun music and dance. Have a wonderful time. Enjoy your life. It's short. It's over before you know it. You never know what tomorrow brings. Live in the here and the now and the present. And God bless you all. I just wanted to run those by you. If you like my page, like, share, and subscribe. And yes, do have a wonderful day out there, you know. Be good to yourself. Bye.